Hey everyone, it's EAS 2019. We're here with Nicole Medina, the 2019 American Beekeepers Federation. For the Beekeepers Corner podcast, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
I want to say that we've been waiting for this interview because Nicole is a Jersey girl. We knew Nicole from being our honey queen in New Jersey, and she went out to American Beekeepers Federation this past winter and got the position of princess. And I've been waiting a little while to have the chat with you. I see you all the time, but I wanted you to get out in the world. And now you've been traveling to different places and meeting different beekeepers and going to shows. Tell me a little bit about your schedule this year.
Well, it's pretty hectic, so I do hit coast to coast. We'll go all over wherever anybody invites us. We'll talk to anybody who's willing to listen, and if you know me, I'll talk to you for 3 hours about some random topic and branch into 5 different stories. But we'll do anything: fairs, festivals, TV, radio, podcasts.
Nice.
Anybody who's willing to listen, we're excited to educate.
So I should say we're literally right in the throes of the show. There's folks wandering around, and you'll hear a little background noise, but hopefully we'll be good to go. So tell me a little bit about your beekeeping background from New Jersey.
I've been a beekeeper for 5 years. I just this year raised 3 queens of my very own and started 3 hives that are solely mine. My father and I have had about 40 hives in the past, starting with 100 hives that were infested with American foul brood.
Wow.
So we were determined. We burned everything as possible. And if you know Medina, you know that we are stubborn and we will not give up. So we started from nothing and crawled our way back up to where we are. And I'd like to say we've seen it all, but not everybody's seen it all. We just know a lot about our bees.
Your father, Joel's been extremely instrumental in taking you all over and getting you the experience required in order to understand what it takes to speak to someone. And that's a skill that doesn't come easily. How have you adapted, especially now that you're going more abroad?
Well, it's different now that I don't have my father down my neck, but he certainly paved the way for me to be there. I like to say he's trained me to be a businesswoman since I was 5 years old. He's been training me and training all of my siblings to be the best that we can be, and he just provided a platform. I took all the skills that he gave me and made them my own and became a national honey princess, became a national representative to the honey and beekeeping industry, something I did not expect. If you told me 6 years ago that I'd be working with bees, I'd tell you you were insane.
So tell me a day in the life. You're in New Jersey, you gotta go to the airport by yourself, get to the location, you're hosted when you're out, and then you're in whatever event that is there. Give me something you've done recently and just paint a portrait for someone who doesn't understand a day in the life of a honey princess.
Well, everybody asks me, what are you doing tomorrow? We can hang out. And I always tell them, I don't know what I'm doing next week. I don't know what I'm doing for dinner. You never know what you're gonna expect, but you wake up and you know that you're gonna make a difference. You know that you're gonna inspire somebody and teach them something new. And in return, you're gonna learn something new and someone's gonna inspire you. You'll go to these events, you have your host, so you have someone there with you who will help you and tell you, hey, this is what you're doing. So it can be a fair or a festival. You wake up, sometimes it's ungodly hours. I've woken up at 5 in the morning to be in an event at 6 in the morning to help set up. We do a lot, and we'll work our hardest no matter what the time frame is. So sometimes we'll wake up at 6 in the morning to get ready by 7, to be at the function by 7:30, and then you're working until 7 at night. When I was at the Florida State Fair, I was up at 5:30 in the morning to be ready for a Taste of Florida breakfast, and I met the governor of Florida there, Governor DeSantis, took a picture with him, did a TV interview, and then handed out honey butter on muffins, all within the span of half an hour.
Wow.
And then the rest of the day was selling honey and handing out samples, talking to people, and then here we are, 8 o'clock. I leave the fair. I'm going to dinner with beekeepers and talking bees home by 9, and then just passing out because you are going like the Energizer Bunny. It doesn't stop. It's just one thing after another.
Yeah, so as a beekeeper, myself with the association, we often have the queen or princess in And we know they're working in the background. They're not just out front, they are there to help, and they do a spectacular job. What's one of the more surprising things that you've encountered in being in this role?
One of the most surprising things is how much paperwork goes into it, how much reporting goes into it. You said we go to all these functions. We want to know that we're getting the most out of everything that we do, and that the beekeepers who are supporting us are getting the most out of inviting us to their events. We want to make sure that we are good representatives and we're professional, we're on top of everything, and we don't let anything go to waste. No matter what you do in life, record, record, record. That's just a rule of thumb.
Yeah. How many places have you been to so far, or where have you been maybe?
I've been to 11 different states so far, kicking off right here in South Carolina. I was crowned at Myrtle Beach. Right afterwards, I went to Florida for their state fair. I was home for a bit, and then I went to states like Texas for the Houston Rodeo, where I was actually in the rodeo during the finals, and I rode on the arena. I got to witness the finals, and I got to even meet some of the cowboys there and stay for a Brad Paisley concert.
Wow.
I went backstage in the rodeo. The vice president, or former vice president I should say now, is a beekeeper of the rodeo. So he knows all about the bees. I have been to California for the honey festival out there. That was only a weekend, and there were so many people, thousands of people come to this festival from all over the nation too. I have been to Connecticut for school presentations. I've done a lot of presentations in New Jersey, and we're just branching out. So normally we hit about 20 states in our year. I've hit about 11, so I'm halfway there.
Halfway there.
But I still have a few more months to go, and I'm excited to see where this takes me.
And I know you have trips booked through the rest of the summer.
Yeah, I will be home sporadically in between. So right now I'll be gone for 3 weeks. I'm not going home after EAS like most people. I'm going to Delaware for their state fair. Afterwards is Ohio, and then the New Jersey State Fair, the Sussex County Farm and Horse Show, for about 6 days, and then I'll be gone for another 3 weeks. I'll be home to do laundry for 2 days, and then I'll be gone for another 3 weeks.
Wow.
So it's a lot, but it's a lot of fun.
Well, we appreciate all that you do to support beekeeping, to spread the word, to get out there, and I'm sure it's equally beneficial to you to be able to participate. I mean, you're flying all over, you're getting to meet a lot of people, and even just this event at EAS, how'd you do?
I feel like I did great. There were so many events that I got to do. I learned all about judging black jar honey, which I did not realize how much went into just tasting honey.
Yeah.
There's like a secret art to it, and if you've ever seen a Welsh judge in action, it is mesmerizing. I learned a lot about just different operations, different people's backgrounds, the way they do beekeeping in their states, because all beekeeping is local. We're from New Jersey, but you do things differently than I do.
Yeah.
So it's a great learning experience, a great way to see the country, and I think I did really well at EAS, because it's a lot better to do a function when you're having fun.
Yeah. So I will share that earlier this year in Pennsylvania, went to take a queen rearing course, and the nice young lady who sat next to me was Nicole.
Oh, yeah.
You're hands-on in this, and we were just exchanging how our queens made out, and not only are you doing a great job in that role, but you're an active beekeeper, and we love that about you. And we're looking forward to seeing how you progress for the rest of the year, and I hope you really enjoy this. It's got to be a life-changing experience.
It certainly is. Like, the Honey Queen program has provided so much for me. I used to be a shy young thing. I could barely order my own food. But the Honey Queens, past, present, they have inspired me to become a better beekeeper, a better representative, and a better person. You learn everything as you host these girls. You learn about what they bring to the table.
Yeah.
And you learn how they take the role and make it their own. And I am very proud to say that I am one of them, that I am one of these girls that I hosted that inspired me to become a better person, and hopefully I can inspire somebody else to do the
And
same.
I'm sure they will be inspired by watching what you're doing, even just this interview and other things that you do. You're leaving a legacy, which is so important, and we really do appreciate your work. So thanks for stopping by.
Well,
This
thank
was
you for
great.
having me.
Hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah, hopefully I come back on your podcast soon if your viewers enjoyed me.
I will do that. You'll be around, and I'll be happy to chat with you. as a beekeeper when you retire, right? We can stay
Oh
connected.
yeah. No matter what I do in life, I plan to have bees.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for paying attention. We'll see you next time.